Greg Shoemaker, tristatefootball.com and queencityhigh.com. Here with Noel Rash of the Beechwood Tigers. And Noel, you're going to be playing in the Showdown. You got Simon Kenton. And what does it mean to your kids to get a chance to play in this Skyline Showdown?
Well, just as they were mentioning in the meeting today, or in the luncheon, you know, the thing, these sponsors, Tom, and all this tireless effort and all this stuff goes into it because of the kids and the type of players and the type of communities that we have. The reason football is so great here is because it's important to the communities, it's important to families, and it's become a tradition now that's been passed down. I mean, you've got sons and brothers and uncles and nephews and grandparents that have been a part of this thing, and it's a very special time. I don't know if there's a better venue, for our players to be in this time of the year. And plus, it's a little prelude to those big times down at the end of the year when you get to play in a big venue. And that's important to our kids.
Well, let's talk about your offense. This should be an exciting year for you because you lose a ton of talent, a ton of experience. So what do you have coming back on that side of the ball, and what excites you?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing that jumps off the page at you is Max Nussbaum and Gage Urban. I mean, they're both extremely talented backs. And we've got some stuff to do up front, but we've been great in the offseason. We're actually going to be bigger up front than we were last year. In fact, quite a bit bigger than we were last year. Now, whether they can perform at that level or not remains to be seen, and they've got a challenge up front. But O-line-wise, we've got a huge challenge, but we're excited about Chad Evans is going to anchor the line for us, and we look at him being at center. Here's a kid that's 6'1", 240 pounds, and going to lead the charge for us. Taylor Overstreet is going to be one of our tackles. Here's a kid 6'5", 235, 240 pounds. So, those two are going to be there anchoring the O-line for us, and hopefully a cast of others that will plug in.
Now on defense, you guys were in the Final Four last year, and for the most part in that final loss, your defense played pretty well, but is there some drive and some incentive on that side of the ball going into this season?
Well, there's always incentive. I mean, our place, and it's been going on there for a long time, since Coach Yeager's time, and we're there to win state championships, and that's our goal year in and year out. To have that goal, though, you got to make sure that you're doing the daily things and sticking to the daily grind and making sure that you're doing the right things each day so you can be there at the end of the year, not get too far away from fundamentals. So, yeah, it's a drive, sure. Mayfield's been our nemesis. I mean, we won it all in 08. We've lost 3 years in a row in the state semifinals to one team, Mayfield. And that's a team that we haven't been able to beat ever in the history of our school. And it's something that'll drive us, but you can't look to them because you never know if they're going to be there. We just got to look to taking care of business each day and each week.
I want to talk a little bit, your District 1A, District 4, yeah, the talent's there, but your non-conference schedule, you obviously end up with NCC to end the year, which is a great way to start going into the playoffs, a great preparation. But who else do you have besides Simon Kenton and NCC on your non-conference schedule?
Oh, it's full. I mean, Holmes High School gave us all kinds of fits last year, and people talked about why we turned the ball over a lot. Well, they might have had something to do with why we turned the ball over. They scored twice on turnovers. So, we go off to Holmes. We play Holy Cross again, which is the 2A state champion. We got Covington Catholic. We got Dixie Heights. So there's no rest for the weary. And we also play. We like to build in one travel date, and we got Elizabethtown, and that's been a good game for us. They'll come to us this year, but so we're excited about always having those bigger schools and the challenge of taking them on.
There you go, Noel Rash and his Class 1A Beechwood Tigers. They'll take on anybody, anytime, anywhere. I'm Greg Shoemaker for Tri-State Football.